Hey there, it's Crafty Jenna Bug. We are coming up on what may be the last video of me working in this journal. What? And then it'll be the flip through. What? How is this month flown by this fast? I mean, maybe it's because I'm crafting literally every day that the months have just flown by, or maybe, you know, that's just what happens when you get older. Months fly by fast. I don't know. Either way, I'm a little sad that this is coming to an end, but I'm also really happy to work on next month's journal. So there's a happy medium there, I guess, really is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, tired of hearing me run my mouth, I'm sure. So let's remove this so the cat can't get it. And then, what is, oh, that is, it was hot glue string. So, this pocket still needed something. I found a printable for a flower seed pack. Actually, it was 2 on the sheet, but we're not going to quibble about it. And I spritzed a little bit of walnut stain Distress Oxide spray on it. I got a couple of splatters before I folded it up, or before I cut it out and folded it up. I distressed it with frayed burlap, give it a little bit of a vintagey feel. And then I put some, I have a lot of seeds. I'm a little bit of a seed hoarder. These are some really old marigold seeds that probably will not sprout. So I just put a little pinch in there. And now I have flower seeds in my journal. What? I kind of want a sentiment to go here too. I'll think about that. Or maybe here. Well, there's a lot of blank right here. Maybe it needs a butterfly or something. It needs something, but what? Well, I'm adding a butterfly. This is usually the kind of stuff I do after I've finished the journal. I go through and add little things here and there. You'll have little surprises. Actually, there are a few little surprises in the journal so far, because the last video I did was pretty short, if I remember correctly, but I got a lot done even though it was short, and I managed to do some stuff behind the scenes, so yay. Actually, that might need to stay out of there for now. Stick. Alright, I decided to start on the back page. I mean, this I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to do with. But here, I've got this piece of glittery cardstock. And I've got this little piece I cut out. It was part of an Art Scavenger free printable. I edged around it in frayed burlap. And I'm going to put it here. Maybe I should make it a tuck spot. But I don't want the background to be just white, you know? I'm kind of tempted to take, you know what? I know what I'll do. Stop thinking and just do. That's what I'm gonna do. Think. Oh, got a couple colors of Distress Oxide ink and my little spray bottle of water. And I'm just gonna smear. I'm just gonna get smeary with it. Alright, now that I've decorated that page and dried it, I'm looking at it and going, I don't think it works with this stuff I had picked out. So I'm going to nix that idea, and I'm going to finish decorating the bottom part. Alright, I figured out what I'm going to do with this page. Don't laugh, because it's kind of funny. So it was white, mostly, right? And I decorated all over it. Well, I've got this little card. It's a scrap piece of cardstock from a printout. And I've been cleaning my stencil off on it. So whenever I have whenever I use Distress Oxide ink in a stencil, I put the stencil on here. I take a wet wipe and I clean it off, and I get this beautiful like watercolor imprint almost. Well, how freaking cool does it look right here? Like I said, don't laugh. Don't laugh. I know what I did. I think I'm going to put that there. Just glue it down completely. I'm not trying to add much more bulk to this journal because it's quite bulky. It just looks so good framed right there. It just looks so good. And then I'm going to take a little washi tape. And I'm going to tape it down in a couple of places. This washi tape I'm not going to glue down because it sticks really well. I think I'm going to go with this. And I think I'm going to do some collaging around it. Alright, to go in that little tuck spot, I've got this. It's a faux leather tag I cut out. And I stuck a little printable. It was from theartscavenger.com. Just a bunch of like old seed or old flower images. I distressed it with frayed burlap and glued it down. And now I'm going to put an eyelet in the top. Alright, that is dry now. I love the way this little tag looks. I added a little bit of fabric into the eyelet. I dyed it with some Distress Oxide sprays, and I think it just kind of brings a little bit of something to it. And then I want to go over here. I glued down this poem called The Enkindled Spring, and it really, I thought it fit this page because it was right across from this fern, and I really didn't want to put anything on this page that would take away from the fern bursting through the pages. And this poem really had a similar vibe as I feel this does. So I do want to do a little something around it. I've got these stamps, and I think I might stamp one here. I've got this Distress Archival ink in Rustic Wilderness. I think that's what I will use. Alright, I think that will work. I have this circle. It's also daffodils. I'm going to glue it down here as a tuck spot. Maybe I should put another circle up here. I have some smaller ones. Let's do the other narcissus. And this one I'm just going to glue down. I guess I could make a tuck spot out of it. Just in case I decide to put something in it. I'll lower it a bit though. There we go. And then that's a tuck spot this way. And that gives me like a trio of daffodils. So I think I want to put this poem, on this page, but it's so stark. I think I want to coffee dye the poem first. I did a little test. It's kind of going to smear a little. Maybe if I dry it really quickly. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to see if this works. If it doesn't, I will reprint it on coffee dyed paper. Or tea dyed paper. I've got some coffee dye. My sprayer is no longer working properly. Now I'm going to dry it with my heat gun. Alright, here is my little poem that I dyed with coffee. It did smear a bit, but I think that adds to the chaotic nature of the journal, honestly. So I'm going to leave it. I'm not worried about it. And then I distressed around the edges with Vintage Photo. And I think it looks amazing right there. So we're going to go with them. I love it. And I'm not going to add anything else to it. I think that works. This is what I've decided for these pages. I've got a Emily Dickinson poem or poem snippet. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if it's the entire poem. But it's about butterflies. And I figured, why not have a bunch of butterflies? Maybe there's another smaller one down here. But I also like that because this is a chaotic journal, I'm turning the poem at an angle so that it doesn't line up directly with the grid on this graph paper. But before I glue it down, I'm going to use old paper, distressed ink, to make it look a little older. As for this page, this is a photo. This is a photo from my garden of daffodils. I took it last year, I believe. It may have been even longer ago than that, but I dug through my photos and found it. I printed it out on some photo paper, and I'm going to glue it down this way. And then I'm going to do a little washi tape on it. This page I'm leaving blank for journaling. That page is complete. These two are dry now. I've got my butterfly tucked in here. This side. All right, this is what I've gone with for this little page. I made it a tuck spot. I've distressed around it in frayed burlap. I've got this cute little tag with a bee on it. I also distressed around it in frayed burlap. And on the back, I distressed it with frayed burlap. It's going to go right in there. Cute little bee peeking out. Hummingbird is kind of looking at it like, what you doing with my flowers? I thought it was cute. Okay, let's see what else we got going on. This little guy needs something. Will this fit? Oh, yes, it will. Yes, I really wanted a place for this book. And now, yep, it adds to the chaos. I like it. It's not going anywhere, is it? No, it's stuck on there real good. Awesome. Yay! This page. What should I do with this page? I could leave it blank. On this page, I decided to glue down a couple more photos from my yard. I've got some iris and some poppies. Both of these were taken this spring. And they're peeking. Oh, and that flower kind of looks, yeah, cool. I got some field notes. Finally made a label for that. This page. Alright, for this page, I decided to do some sort of collage. I mean, this page is quite busy, and I figured I would carry it over onto here. And I have a few things I know I want for sure. I've got this here, I've got this, and I definitely want it glued in such a way. And then I want this to be the focal point somewhere up here. Unsure of anything else. This is a very heavily brown page with a little bit of green. There's a lot of green over here. I might bring more green to it. I don't know yet. So I'm gonna play around a little bit and see what I can come up with. All right, while that dries, I also want to glue this down here. All right, I've put those aside to dry. I've got this piece of scrap tea dyed paper, coffee dyed paper. I'm not even sure which it is anymore. And I've got this, what I would call a stencil. It's left over from die cutting. And I think I want to spray this butterfly in some different colors. So I've got walnut stain, mowed lawn, twisted citron, and mustard seed. Alright, I think I like that butterfly a lot better now that I added those details. Alright, that page is dry now. It needs a sentiment, I think, but I'll have to dig through my sentiments and see if I can find one that works. I think this needs something too, but I'm not quite sure what. I could use that as some journaling space, if nothing else. So now we can see how that peeks out. I really like that, actually. Okay, this little guy I went ahead and cut out, and I think I want it to go here. And I like the way the colors tie in together, because this greenish color is not anywhere else on these pages. And that was really starting to bother me, but to see it right here, I think works. Yeah, that ties those two together. Makes it feel a bit more intentional. I'm going to leave this blank. I think this overspray here creates a nice frame for this golden piece. I like it. Do I want to make it a pocket? I think I will. I think I will glue across the bottom. All right, we'll make it a pocket. There we go. Now it's two pockets behind the wings. This is still bothering me. This doesn't have enough greenery on it for me. I like that better. That looks like all the leaves are growing from this leaf. Cool. I gotta let this dry. Alright, I've got these to make a tag. I distressed the back and the edges in frayed burlap. And I'm actually gonna glue this flower down as a belly band on this tag. Just in case I feel like putting anything in it. I sewed around the edges of this. I felt it looked a little too like traditional and classic for this journal, and I thought the crazy stitching around the edges kind of took that away. And I think it fits a little better now in here. I'm gonna leave the strings wild and free. And this is sewn, so it kind of ties it together. Let's see. I might just leave that page blank. And then this page, I might actually just do some stamping on. I'm trying not to add more bulk to the journal and failing horribly. So maybe I will just do some stamping on this page. I might use these. I think this one here, maybe this one up here. All right, for the stamping, I'm going to use Black Soot Permanent Distress ink because I think it will make the best impact on this page. I mean, you can't really tell what it is. I also may have done it upside down. You remember how I said I wasn't going to add much more bulk? Yeah, I added a chipboard piece, so I was wrong. I think you saw me stamp on this page. And then I added this chipboard piece with a little bit of coffee dyed paper and some string, some sewing thread. On this page, I added this tag. It's not really a tag. It's a cut it out of a piece of scrapbook paper, and the colors fit. So I said, I'll stick it in here. I probably should have inked around it. Didn't think about that until just now. Oh well. It is a pocket, and it has a calendar for March 2023, which I think needs a sticker. I gave it this cute leaf sticker, and it's going to live right in there. Then these two pages. Oh, no, this page, I'm sorry. I decided to go ahead and use this. I'm going to glue it here as not only a tuck spot, but also a pocket. So I think here I'm going to use this tag to hold this tag. Okay, while that glue dries, I'm going to ink around this. All right, I think, is that the last two pages? Yeah, I gotta decorate that one, but I'm not sure yet how to do it. So, I think that's where we're gonna end this video. I still have a few final touches to put in this journal, a few pieces of ephemera to make, things like that, little things that just gotta get done. And try to make this slightly more chaotic than it currently feels. And yeah, that's the plan. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one for the final March journal reveal. Have a great day.